Okay, the bot did not announce my presence. How dare you, bot? So fine, I'll just tag people myself. Live stream notifications. Oh, what's going on? I'm live. The notification from the bot didn't work, apparently. Yeah. There we go. Okay, well, yeah, we're gonna spend some time trying to... Oh, wait. The notification just went out now. Okay, I guess we delete this one. Whatever, it worked. Doesn't matter. So as far as I can tell, that went out like a minute later than it should have. Yeah, we got bleed twice. Yeah. Sorry. Let me write a note about this. Where did I write this? Here it is. It didn't seem to stop the notifications from going out on either stream that day. But for whatever reason, the second notification was about 70 seconds delayed. That could be due to anything. And the second notification had the title and the first one didn't. So again, could be due to anything. Who knows? Who really cares? We're going to work on YouTube stuff. So what I'm thinking is let's make another package within Abbott because I don't feel like splitting this out into its own package. Although there's no real problem with doing that. I would probably just MIT license whatever code it is I'm making. I don't know. What's easiest? I want to do what's easiest. I think it's easiest to just put it into the Abbott packages that I have. Wow, what a life. Couldn't use the library that would have made this a lot easier. Yeah, so let's see. What did Metalstorm do to find their video ID, I wonder? Wait, do they not need to do this? Live chat messages. This really doesn't seem too bad if I can use this library. Google APIs, auth, OAuth 2. They probably even have some thing in here as a client ID, client secret, and redirect URI. I wonder how... I wonder how the other library made some 8-digit code work. Don't know. Don't know. Oh God. Oh good, we're doing OAuth. Yeah. Yep. Hey Goose, and hi everybody. Oh yeah, one other thing I gotta do is go get my own live stream chat. Pop this out. Pop it out. There we go. I must have another window open. Yeah. And I feel bad I hadn't responded to all the messages back there, but there was a lot going on Twitch. Well, anyway. All right, so I think we want to get this stuff. Google APIs, auth, OAuth 2, YouTube. And I think if we just look at YouTube chat API, I think they even mentioned somewhere the client libraries that they have. Client libraries, JavaScript. Is this the same one, getting started? They don't say where you install this from? NPM, nope. Well, I don't know. We can just look at package.json. Oh, they don't have a package.json. What? What? They don't publish this to, oh, that's strange. I guess I do need to look through the getting started guide. Remember, this is 8 years old. This might not actually be, oh, no, it's entirely 8 years old, yeah. Because I was going to say maybe a subfolder was updated more recently. They have this on their main thing though, right? These early stages libraries are also available. This is an alpha. Since when? This is modified like days ago. Google's officially supported Node.js client library for accessing Google APIs. Support for auth, authentication, API keys is included. I mean, maybe we just use this. Been doing test automation, and a part of what is rough is that I'm used to sort of having free reign on what I do. Oh, the overall thing. Yeah. Well, it can be good and it can be bad. Sometimes it's bad to use legacy code, but sometimes you don't have a better alternative or not a fully supported thing. It's not a one-to-one switch. And the OAuth part isn't going to change, but that's not all I need the API to do. I need to do all the YouTube stuff. So at least this has Google APIs. Is this the same thing? Yeah, this is the same thing. Okay, so this is the library that Metalstorm was using, and this has been around for a long time. I'm not sure why they say, you know, I gotta say, their documentation really hasn't been great. You could probably look at YouTube DLP as a base. I'm gonna look at Metalstorm's library that they have here. But yeah, this is what I want to install. So I think we would start by making a new package, which historically has not been the easiest thing. So I have bots, database, web. I guess I would also have YouTube API in here. And I guess I would make this some event-based thing that just gives me events for all the stuff that I need. And otherwise, yeah. Well, let's just get started, I guess. YouTube API. Now, I wrote something in here about how to add a new package, didn't I? Adding a new package. Make sure you have a package.json in the new package. You can initialize one with pnpm init. Okay, done. Make sure you have a TS config in the new package. You can typically copy one from another part of your project. Okay, let's copy bots/TS config. No, you know what? Let's copy database. Database doesn't rely on anything, and this one won't either. Whoops. That was loud. Copy that here, TS config. Yeah, this has nothing specific in it, really. Yeah. Okay, modify paths and references so that you're referring to any dependencies. We don't have any dependencies. In the new package, you should probably have an index.ts, which can be a barrel. Should be in your source directory, and your TS config should have a root dir, which contains index.ts. Yes, good. Okay, cool. So make dir source, and then source/index.ts. And this is going to be like the database index, and then we just export from a bunch of other stuff. So I guess let's paste this into here. Export star from... I don't know, api.js? Sure, whatever. And then that means we need to make api.ts and just do a console.log hello and export const message equals hello. Come on. That's probably just ignore that for right now. Okay, now suppose package A depends on package B. You need to add this to package A's package.json. Yeah. So we need to go into bots is going to rely on... Oh, I guess I call this YouTube API. Yeah, and I guess technically this would go down to the bottom, and I guess we would delete this. There's so much I have to do. pnpm remove that one. Goodbye code. Goodbye. And now we delete all of this stuff too. Oh man, what a shame. Because I'm learning as I go, so I get to redo things like 5 times. Yeah. Well, as much as that sucks, it is probably still good learning. Just this whole process and how to avoid this in the future. I feel like this is kind of the cycle of things. And it's not just in programming. It's like catastrophe happens. Society talks about catastrophe for tens or hundreds of years. Society forgets about catastrophe. Society repeats catastrophe. Then they talk about it again for tens or hundreds of years. So in programming, it's the same. It's just smaller cycles. No, I'm not going to delete your point. I think it was helpful what you did. Also, hey, Smooth. I just wish I could have wrapped it up like 2 months ago, like my estimate said. Yeah. I think working on anything like that for too long can be very difficult. If you can switch to any other projects in the middle, that'd probably be helpful. For me, I feel like I'm in a yak shaving scenario. This, one of my favorite GIFs that I have here. But right now, well, our problem A was make a bot, and that led to problem B, which was get it working on YouTube. And that led to problem C, write the API myself, or really wrap the API myself, because I can't use the library I wanted to use. So yeah, we're here. When we get the API written, we're going to need to get the bot working. And then when we get that written, we're going to need to put this online and everything. Is the YouTube API free to use, or is it some usage limit? There is some usage limit, but I don't think it becomes paid after that. I think you just need to increase your quota after that. And the only way to do that is to contact YouTube. And I don't know how that process goes exactly. Maybe it's automated. Maybe the first time you reach out, they're like, yeah, we'll double it for you. And then maybe they do that a couple times, and then maybe it's manual. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, we got to go delete all this other code too, because none of this is going to exist anymore. I do read YouTube chat. Yeah, I just can't have commands work there until I get this bot stuff working. I guess we just delete all of this. I guess all of this code was pointless. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. Well, all right. Let's just blanket delete it then, huh? So silly. Okay, there. So now we're back to no changes in this file. If I refresh this thing, how do I refresh this? Here. Bot.ts should disappear. It hasn't. That means there is a change. Where's the change? Oh, YouTube channel ID. I don't care about that. All right, now there are no changes to it. Now, why do we have all these other changes? Package.json should just be the new thing that I added. Yep. And then this is the database migration. We're still going to need that. And then all of this is the new package that I added. Yeah, delete it all. What's wrong with the lib? YouTube prevents you from using their internal API. So that's against their terms of service. YouTube API felt pretty easy to use, but they're pretty strict when it comes to monetizing automated content. Yeah, and I'm only using the YouTube API for chat, so I don't think I'll have that problem. Don't delete. Well, it's in a gist somewhere. It's already kind of saved. I don't think I'm going to need it ever again, though. The thing is, okay, that code uses, what is it called? YouTube.js. And YouTube.js uses, sorry, let me fix this. I just can't see where that is. Yeah, YouTube.js uses the internal API, and the internal API is forbidden. So I can never use that code again. It's not really gonna come in handy or anything, unless there was the same pattern I need somewhere else, which I just don't think I'm going to. Removing so many lines. Yeah, well, I would have needed to clean them up anyway. Yeah, why is it forbidden? They just explicitly have something in their terms of service, which I might not be able to find anymore. YouTube terms of service. Yo had linked this in earlier, and I don't know where it is. I'd probably have to look through. Hang on, let me look through my history in my browser. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so on here they say somewhere over here. I don't remember what the text was. I'm not going to read through this entire thing anymore. Anyway, somewhere in here, yeah, this one right here. You must not use undocumented APIs without express permission. You must access data from YouTube API services only according to the means stipulated in the authorized documentation of that service. So that was the problem. Hey, Liquidor. And I guess I'll put a link to this. Yeah. Why I'm doing any of this is here. Okay. Got me thinking about some food I enjoy the most. That's the foremost lesson I wanted people to take from that. So it's not forbidden, but you need permission from YouTube. Yeah, I guess I should say that. It's forbidden without permission. Technically, everything that's ever forbidden is forbidden without permission, right? There's always that caveat. Because, someone is doing the forbidding, so they could also do the permitting. I don't think it's even worth reaching out to YouTube to ask for permission. I've had them reach out to you several times asking for source code and data integrity. Whoa, really? What? Wow. You know, people said earlier, I've never heard any stories about this. I think the stories just don't hit the news or something, but this happens. That's very interesting. Huh. And what are you doing with YouTube that you think made them reach out? I may want to add client ID and client secret to the database unless you want that as an MVAR. Yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet. And yeah, I definitely agree with this message. Really well said. I just very poignant. I think people are going to be quoting this for years to come. They once lowered my quota too. Wow. Will I delete that? I don't even know how to delete that. Yeah, I don't even know how. I think I have to like switch views or something. We need this as an animated emoji. Suppose if you're an individual or a tiny company, they don't really communicate with you since they wouldn't see it as worth it. Yeah, that's my guess at least. Yeah. Hey, Darkstorm. Time you out for 1 second. I can't even, for whatever reason, I can't do any of this. I don't know what's wrong with my mod view. If there are any other mods in chat. Yeah. Yeah, I can't right click the name for some reason. I don't know why that just stopped working. Okay, yeah, thank you, Ember. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize what that might have been until I'd already highlighted it. All right, anyway, let's go see what we're doing here. So we want to get Google APIs in here and we install it through this one. Oh wait, had I finished doing this stuff? Yeah. Suppose the package depends on the other one. So we did this. I just didn't modify the TS config, and I thought I had to do that, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, you dependencies. All right, how about we do this? You need to add this, and you need to modify package as tsconfig.json to add references and paths. To add compiler options dot paths and references. All right, so let's go do that. So bots depends on this and now depends on YouTube API, which is in dot dot slash YouTube API. And then the path down here, we'll just duplicate that and put a comma and do YouTube API. This was one of the emails. API audit form had like 20 to 25 fields. Whoa. Yeah, wow. I didn't show that on stream just in case there's something private you wanted to redact. Man. Yeah, I saw you put X's in there, but in case there was something else I didn't see, just figured I'd be safe. And yeah, the prime raid was big. I'm grateful for it. I hope some people stuck around from this morning. It's always good to get some fresh eyes on the stream. So if you need to reduce startup times, you can alternatively install a submodule as its own dependency. Make an effort to publish them. Reduce startup time. I don't care about that. So all right, we'll install this in here. And so I've made all the changes, and at this point I can do pnpm-i. Yep, that's this thing that sets up symlinks. And if you run into issues where you can't import, try restarting VS Code or just the extension host. Okay, so let's just do that now. Restart extension host. So we should be set up so that from bots, if we go to init, what do I want to init? Server? What is this? Yeah, I guess this servers is starting. This is the bot communication server from. Wait, this is from run fuzzy command. This is for my. Yeah, I guess this is a web server that listens for requests that the bot itself should handle, i.e., ones that the web interface, let's say the website itself can't handle with just a database. Okay. All right. So let's see, where are we calling this? There must be some overall init that I made somewhere, right? Init as init server. Yeah, here, create bot. Where do we call this? We're going to eventually find it. Here it is, start bots. Okay, so yeah, just ditch all this stuff. And instead, we're going to import message. So let's just do console.log message. And message comes from the YouTube API. Import message from YouTube API. That should have been it. And that should have worked. And it didn't. So that means that I probably need to build what I'm doing. Package, database, or database package. I probably need this watch script here, which means I probably need TSX or TypeScript or both. I always forget what TSX is for. Had to been using the APIs to lower the quota well below what my project needed. Wow. Yeah, wow. I don't know why I would need this, but I probably need it. I don't actually use, I use it here for the migration CLI. Okay, I probably don't need this. Okay, so we do need install TypeScript. Might as well install the same version we're using here. So pnpm add. This is not copying. Let's just do this. It's actually a slightly different version, but I think that's fine. All right, then we want the watch script in here. So this goes to YouTube package, YouTube API. We have scripts. We're going to paste this in. So we don't have really any of this that's needed, just that. All right, we're getting there. Now we do a pnpm watch from here. A top level export modifier. Oh, this was actually a problem, huh? API.ts. Why is this a problem though? On value declarations in common JS module when verbatim module syntax is enabled. Can I do like export function hello? Huh. Something's different about this that I did in the database package that I can't do here. We export dist index. Oh, I guess we needed that same thing here. And I never wrote that in my notes. Probably pretty important. Yeah. Well, this is when you learn your notes are incomplete. Does this fix things? Does it not fix things? I don't want message now. I want like hello. Import hello and then just call hello. Still can't find YouTube API. All right, there's something else I'm doing wrong here. What is it? Who knows? You will probably need build and watch scripts and an exports section. Type module in my package. Oh, that might be, yep, that's what's missing. Thank you very much, Alex. And an export section, so consider copying contents from an existing package JSON to get those fields. Yeah. I didn't realize what I had even been doing here. And I guess we might as well, as long as we're adding things, add private true in here, get rid of the description. Do we have a main? No, we don't. So I don't want a main thing over here either. Okay, now I think we're good. Let's just restart the whole thing. Please no red, please no red, please no red. Import should occur before. Okay, yeah, that's yellow. Yellow's not red. KZ is me. Thanks for subbing. All right. Now we're in business. So now when we start the bot, it should just say hello world. And that's it. We've coded hello world for the 17 millionth time. So cd dot slash YouTube API and then pnpm. We can't do it here. What am I talking about? cd dot slash bots. Go back to here and run this. Come on, hello world. There it is. Hello. I don't know why I did anything else. Shouldn't have done anything else. I apparently don't know where the entry point is for this stuff. Which bot is going on YouTube? It's Abbott that's going on YouTube. So basically the same bot that's responding over here, it's going to have responses on YouTube as well. And that's it. So all the commands that you see over here, you will be able to access on YouTube as well. And I think that's pretty important. Right now, there aren't very many people on YouTube, but if I ever said, hey, here's a command I want you to see, they just have to go to a website to see it. Take care, Casey. And Toolbox Tommy, thank you too for subbing. Look at all this support. You're all so nice. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. I thought you were actually just done, Casey. Is YouTube chat still a polling thing? You betcha. You bet your bottom dollar it is. All right, so we have gotten one step. One tiny step. Now we've got the YouTube APIs. We need the types for them. And I think this said how to install the types. Type. Where are the types? Give me the types. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to go look up Google APIs on NPM and we'll see if there's a type installation thing. No, it just says TS at the top. That's how you know. It's already got the types. All right, cool. So now we could start to use it. I have api.ts. And I guess let's undo some other things before we continue on this. We need to figure out what's calling start bots. I want to get to the source. It's probably something called main. Yep, it is. Wow, who'd have thought? And now we're going to copy our code from here. And that way, all we do is say hello. And we don't have this other stuff here. All right, so main, migrate if needed. I don't care about any of this stuff. We're just going to call hello. The Lionel Richie function. Add import. Done. Now when we start the bots, it literally just says hello. Well, I guess it also started successfully, which I don't care about. So it says hello and then quits. So this is what is going to be our test bed for seeing if any of this works. Polling would make jump royale even more of a latency pain. Yeah, I guess if you're typing through YouTube, but I don't know if I'm going to get jump royale to work through YouTube. Right now, jump royale is its own separate thing from the bot. And I don't know if I want to even add YouTube support. Yeah. It's the worst, man. Dev team blogged about it 6 years ago about improving the dev experience for the chat, but they haven't peeped about it since then. Yeah, I suspect, this is my guess, I have no insider info here. I suspect that YouTube live streams are just not worth prioritizing for YouTube, and that probably any resources they would have funneled into that got funneled into shorts at some point. Hey, Toulouse. All right. So here's our wonderful API right now. Oh, so let's look at their getting started. They mentioned something about auth here. OAuth to client. All regarding monetization. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, YouTube's a mega service at this point. So auth, key file name and scopes. That's one way of doing things. Can access your service from a client or the server, less secure, only available on a small subset of services. OAuth 2 client. You may need client ID, client secret, and redirect URL. You can find these pieces of information by going to the developer console. And then we can generate a URL. Okay, so the reason I'm hesitating about any of this stuff is because that YouTube.js library, actually, let me find the gist and I can show you what I'm talking about here. The YouTube.js library had something where you can use an 8-character code to authenticate. I don't have this message anymore. Let me see. Update credentials. Yeah, google.com/device. That was the verification URL in here. This. But YouTube gives this to you, and this is on auth. Maybe this is just the standard flow now, but this didn't need a client ID or secret. That's the thing. They care about it. It's just not their priority. I see. Yeah. I don't think live streaming will probably blow up more than it already has at this point. Although that's based on just a gut feeling and no data. Clearly very authoritative. So we get this from YouTube by calling into their auth thing, which I looked at the code for earlier. I guess let's just go the OAuth 2 route. I just need to figure out how to revoke my tokens quickly. Oh, I'd be against using that too. Oh, I see. Oh, that's what you mean by YouTube TV. You mean YouTube on your TV. And that's where an 8-character code would be needed. All right. Yeah, then just scrap that whole thing. Okay. Wow. So then we have to do things this way, right? And the redirect URL comes from the same thing. Where is it? Find these pieces of information by going to the developer console, clicking your project, APIs and auth, and then click credentials. Navigate, create a new OAuth 2 client ID. Oh yeah, I haven't done that. Well. Select web application, add an authorized redirect URI with the value localhost OAuth 2 or applicable value for your scenario. Click create, then click download to download your new client ID. Make sure to store this file in a safe place. Do not stream on twitch.tv/AdamLearnsLive. For more information and how it works, see here. So I wonder if this is that service key file that you get by doing other GCP stuff. It's probably not. I guess I'll just do this flow. Create credentials, OAuth client ID. I'm doing this off screen. To create an OAuth client ID, you must first configure your consent screen. What was a consent screen? Google Cloud OAuth consent screen. What do I get to put a logo on here and stuff, I'm guessing? Go to OAuth consent screen. No, I just want to see a picture of what this looked like. Displays a consent screen to the user, including a summary of your project, its policies, the requested auth scopes of access, configuring it. Defines what's displayed. Okay. Hey, yo. Well, this is going to complicate setting up this bot anew anytime I ever to do that. So let's go make a new tab, go over to YouTube API, and find anything I wrote about YouTube.js. Those come from creating a web application on the OAuth page there. You can see more information on the examples here. I should probably write something about YouTube.js. Yeah. YouTube.js. Well, maybe just innertube. Innertube is the name of the internal YouTube API. And according to this, according to the YouTube terms of service, you can't use it without express permission. the exact quote is, where is it? Okay. This means that you can't use libraries like YouTube.js, for which I also have a link I want to include. Oh, hey, there was the thing I wanted. They also don't allow scraping. They mentioned that right on the same page, right? Scrape. Yeah, scraping. Does this link just work? Yeah. Okay, and the scraping part that they mention is here. Great. Never scraped before. Wouldn't know anything about that. Certainly didn't admit on Twitch chat to doing that. What are those sirens outside my house? Okay, so first I need to configure the consent screen. And I guess we just delete this. Yeah, if you need a client ID or client secret, those come from creating a web application on the OAuth page on there. First, you need to create a consent screen or configure. How many keep crumbs were scraped up today? I don't count by the crumb. It's more of a total weight sort of thing. How's it going, Holtzy? All right, so configuring the consent screen, they had a link right here. All right, so I'm gonna go do this off screen. What does it even have? Choose how you want to configure and register your app, including your target users. You can only associate one app with your project. User type, internal or external? Okay, I guess external. Available to any test, wait, what? Available to any test user with a Google account. Your app will start in testing mode and will only be available to users you add to the list. Wait, what? I need to verify my app afterward? Less than 45 grams. Oh no, I'm not using YouTube.js like whatever. That's why I have to wrap this myself. I don't even know what to choose for this. Oh man. I mean, I'll just take a screenshot of what this is. Although there's really nothing private on this page. But here's what I'm seeing. I either pick internal, only available to users within your org. So it can't be that. But then external says available to any test user with a Google account. Starts in testing mode and will only be available to users you add to the list. And then I need to push my app to production at some point. Commences learning. Go good. Now that you're all set up. Publishing status. Projects configured with the publishing status of in production are available to any user with a Google account. Oh, this is what prevents people from being able to use my app? Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, fine. Let's just pick internal then. I can't pick internal. the box doesn't even work. I know this is a screenshot, but over here I can literally only pick external. It says because you're not a Google Workspace user, you can only make your app available to external users. Oh my goodness. Unless you use Google Workspace, you have to make your app available to external users. All right, it's fine. I'll just click that button. So much for deciding on things. Okay, so now I pick an app name, a user support email, an app logo, app domain, authorized domain, developer contact information. My goodness. What is this Notes app? This is Obsidian. Oh, thanks, yo. I don't want to type all this information in. And this is really tedious. It's in test mode anyway until you decide to allow other users to use it. Yeah, I wonder if that means I can just leak whatever I want because you wouldn't be able to access it. It probably doesn't mean that, but it sure would be nice if it did. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm going to go through this flow. App name, we're going to call this... Wait, I'm the only person who's using this, right? We're going to call this Abbott. Yeah. User support email. Oh, it has to be my personal email? Whatever. App logo. Okay. Where's my logo? Assets, images, logo, placeholder logo, avatar, hat. How's this for a logo? Why can't I drag this? Oh, weird. Yeah, this is not draggable. Well, I'm going to use this as my logo. That'll show everybody that I intend to learn. Use Canvas at all in Obsidian? No, I don't. Okay, app domain. To protect you and your users, Google only allows apps using OAuth to use authorized domain. The following information will be shown to your users on the consent screen. Can I just skip all this? There's no asterisk next to it. Authorized domain. I'm skipping that too. Developer email address. adam@adamlearns.live. Save and continue. Okay, so we're done with step 1. Just 20 more steps to go and we'll be on step 2. All right, scopes. Scopes express the permissions you request users to authorize for your app and allow your project to access specific types of private user data. I want this to be able to send messages as me. Wonder how we do that. All right, you know what? Whatever. I'm just going to show this on screen. Here, help me find this. Chat. There's nothing in chat. Okay, well, view your YouTube account, manage your YouTube account, see, edit, and permanently delete videos. View private information. Do they say in their API what you need for this? Insert. Add a message to chat. Authorization. Scope. Here we go. YouTube and YouTube Force SSL. At least one of the following scopes. Okay. All right. So now we got to go see if we can find those. YouTube. Oh, there they are. So this is, yeah, auth YouTube. Manage your YouTube account. All right. So I need this. I'm going to need some other things too. What do you need for listing messages? There are no scopes you need for this. I guess because it's all public information. All right, so as part of this, you need to list which scopes your application needs. You can find those on each individual API page, e.g. here. Okay, and then type it in to this page directly. Actually, let's go back. Let's put it. Yeah. For example, for posting messages, it says you need YouTube and YouTube.force SSL. So I filtered for those. There. Okay, so now we add them both. So this one and this one. Okay, now I know I need those. Do I need anything else? What did I say I need to do here? I need to authenticate. I need to read chat messages, which takes nothing. I need to post them, which takes nothing. And I presumably don't need anything to find my live stream. So I'm guessing it's just these. Wait, so you need to pay for Google Workspace, which basically Google One, you won't be able to set it up. That's only if you need internal users to be able to use this. And the reason why is because internal means they're in your organization. You don't have an organization without Google Workspace. And I think that's all pretty fair and makes sense. All right, or manually add scopes. Okay, so we click update here, and then what? So your sensitive scopes and your restricted scopes. I think this is good right now. Next, we add test users, which I'm going to take off screen. While publishing status is set to testing, only test users are able to access the app. All right, add user. Can I just, add myself by email address? How do I do this? There's a question mark here. Add one or more Google accounts. Following are not allowed and will not be added. Google Groups, deleted accounts, or visitor accounts. There's no autocomplete here, though. How do I know I'm even adding somebody? Add? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's by email address. When it comes to adding test users, you add them by their email addresses. Okay, so now save and continue, and now I get a summary. Good. Am I done? Just says back to dashboard. OAuth rate limits, 10,000 grants per day. Okay. User has to be the same you auth with via OAuth. Yeah, it should be. Okay, so now I have I have a consent screen. Now I can finally make an OAuth client, right? Application type, web application. Name, I don't know, Abbott. Where's that page that told me about this stuff? Here, select web application. So, I don't know, Abbott. I'll just call it Abbott. All right, now authorized JavaScript origins and authorized redirect URIs. Okay, we're going to copy this in. Now this is on port 3000. Are we going to have any issues with this? Let me think about this. Oh, what am I hosting everything on? I have no idea. Let's just go look at the compose file. 3000 is already used for my website, so I can't do this on 3000. It needs to be on some other port. Guess I could pick 3002. Yeah, but then I need to tell my app that it's actually got a different redirect URI. Am I using a client lib or writing this myself? I'm using the Google API's client library. So I can probably customize where this redirect thing goes, right? Yeah, when I make this, I just specify the URL here. All right, and in my case, I need, should I just write a comment somewhere? I'll just say note the YouTube API. How is this gonna work? I'm gonna need to tunnel this port over an SSH connection because I'm not gonna have a browser on that device. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so note the YouTube API that YouTube API requires OAuth. And I use port, let's just say 3005 for that. Yeah, sure. Okay, so 3005. Yeah, basically need to do the same thing I did with Twitch, yeah. Okay. Then add a web application. For the redirect URI, I set mine to this since port 3000 would already be in use on my service. Oh, what? Oh, it worked. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so now what do I do? Create. It may take 5 minutes to a few hours for settings to take effect. Okay, so now I have a client ID and client secret on my second monitor. And the ID and secret can always be accessed. Okay. Oh, so now we need to get that information into a safe place. ID secret redirect. So I'll put this into an M file. And I guess let's come up with what we should call these. Maybe YouTube client ID and YouTube secret. A cat. And YouTube redirect URI. Okay, so this last one we already know, HTTP localhost 3005 / whatever the rest of that was. Okay, the secret and the client ID I'm going to need to do separately. So engage privacy mode. I'm going to need to just tackle this whole thing. Did it not get that? Engage privacy mode. There we go. All right, I'm going to go type this in a bunch of different spots. You'll have to give me some time to do this. Yeah, so I'm going to just modify development.local. God, I have like 10 M files here. So tedious. So client ID, paste, and client secret, paste. Do you not use something like Cloak for hiding M files? I do, but it's just not great. And I just might as well do things this way. There's a lot that I need to do when it comes to hiding this stuff. Okay, so this has been saved. ID secret, yeah, okay. All right, so that's my development file. We have that. Now I need to give me a sec. Okay, I think we're good. I think I can show my screen again. Either way, I'm pretty sure leaking this means nothing because you don't have access to my test account, and I could just disable this if you got access. All right, so now we put into our env example file these things. This is from, hang on a second, I'm trying to find this. Where do I get the secret now? Oh, there it is. What? It's just seriously, it's right there. It's right on this site. Edit? No, what? I don't see the secret key anymore. I thought it said you could see that at any time. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. So let's write that down. So this is visible on this page. And this is visible. Find this through here and then click a web application, then click the I button at the upper right. Okay, we'll set this to blah everywhere. And then this one we can actually set to the value. 5/. Give me a sec. I'm still trying to like close out of everything over here. This is moving forward. I'm at least happy about that. There's a lot of boilerplate in this stuff. And then this is also configured through the web application. Well, configured in the same spot as YouTube secret. Okay, so now we have these three properties, and now we've done all this stuff. Make sure to store this in a safe place. Yep, we're good. So now we can call into this. And we want to generate a URL and then show the URL to the user, and then I can authenticate and it'll give me a token. How do we get that token? Retrieve authorization code. Once a user is given permissions, Google will redirect the page to the redirect URL you've provided. With the code returned, you can ask for you can ask for an access token as shown below. Oh, interesting. Do we make an auth2 client? Yeah, we do. So it's starting the web server for me. Yeah, usual OS stuff. I just want to make sure I'm not the one starting that web server. So I got to be very careful with that. And then OAuth2 client that set credentials. So I'm not going to do this part. I'm going to just save this right into the database. So I need to know which user I'm fetching this for. That might be more difficult. Although maybe there's a way to fetch that information. Where's the API page? It's not here. It's data about the YouTube channel itself. And it's probably in the regular YouTube API. There is the data API. Maybe it's in that, but it's not in the live stream version. Get auth credentials. Is there something about channels? Here we go. So what I need is I need to find my name and I need to find my ID. Because I think we call this, does this require a scope? Doesn't seem to. Find my current live stream, find my channel ID and name. So it looks like this API. Ooh. Oh, we're getting there. You do that with the token? Yeah. Once I have the token, I can call another API. But I need to make sure that I have the right scopes, which I apparently do. I think I typed scope instead. Oh, man. That's so funny to me. Where's the page I'm looking for? I wonder what I was saying that made me type an R there. Okay, so let's go get we got to get this into the database. Oh man, there really is a lot of work to be done here. I don't think we can get this done in 2 hours. At least it wasn't. You're right, T. So what I wrote a thing called get tokens. And the way this works is it sets up a server for me. So you can see the start server thing here. And it handles the OAuth flow for Twitch. And what it does at the end of all of this is it saves it to the database. And that way you just run this at the beginning once and now you have the tokens forever. And so I want to do that same thing for YouTube, which means I need to write a get tokens thing in here too, I guess. Yeah. How do you send the URL params to your node script? You'll need to start an HTTP server to react to the localhost request with the code. Isn't that how Google isn't that what they're doing for me? I mean, I guess I can just test this myself, but they have, where did that page go? They have get token here. So I assumed that once you did this stuff, you get a URL, show it to the user, and then eventually you're able to call get tokens. Okay, what's this doing? Need client ID, client secret, redirect URI. They get all that from here. Paste it in here. One of many ways you can configure Google APIs to use authentication credentials. In this method, we're setting a global reference for all APIs. Any other API I use here, like Google Drive v3, will now use this auth client. They could have wrapped this comment. Open an HTTP server to accept the OAuth callback. In this simple example, only request is going to be callback code. Wait, they don't handle this for you? I don't want to do this. I thought they did this for you. Same as Twitch? Well, what's the point of this client library? And what's get token supposed to do then? They've I want to find the documentation for this. I want to speak to the manager. All right, let's load this up. Let's find the documentation. Aha, we found it. They were trying to hide it from me. In plain sight. Now we go look at whatever this thing is called, OAuth 2. Yeah, I want this. Google.auth.OAuth 2. There it is. Okay, what does get token do? How do I just see the code of this? Source, APIs, OAuth 2, index. Hang on one second. What are you doing? Okay. Get token is just an API call. It is? Huh. Well, I don't see it in here anyway. All right, well, I guess let's start. Well, how am I even going to do this? Get token. How do I do this for the Twitch thing? Get tokens require that I have client ID from just the environment, yeah. And so this was inside bot source. So I guess I write a get YouTube tokens thing that's also in the bot source that also pulls this from my env file. Did I ever write this down in here? Client ID. It is not secret. It is only needed. Let's just search for client ID. Where do I use this? Get tokens uses it. Discord. What is this? This is for the auth provider. So this is needed for more than what I had just said, or what I was about to say. But the YouTube stuff wouldn't be. We would store that in our... No, what am I talking about? No, we're going to need this no matter what. Yeah, I'll just put this in bots. Lost track of time and it's 7:30 a.m. here in Tokyo. Wow. Well, I did take a lunch break for about an hour. And I should be taking another break right now, actually. So much to do. Okay, well, let's write where I left off here. I need to write get YouTube tokens that fetches my access and refresh tokens. Now they said something about the refresh token over here, that it's only on the first time that you call this. Refresh token is only returned on the first authorization. More details here. Yeah. I wonder what we get when we try calling it a second time. It should also fetch my channel ID and name and store those in a configuration table. And then write instructions in the README for how to do this. Use Express, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in about 5 minutes, and you can all play Jump Royale. Don't forget to join. Is it jump time? It's jump time. What did I just witness at the end there? There are only two people. But good job, Afrits. You came in third place on your first time playing. It's pretty good. 1K lifetime height. All right, close the game. So let's get back to this. We were going to write get YouTube tokens, which is going to reuse a lot of this and actually kind of makes me want to refactor this. Can I put that on my resume? You sure can. If by junior dev job you mean jump royale dev job, that'll catapult you to the front of the line. So start a server so that we can eventually store this in here. Now the whole bot streamer or both thing, that was because of how Twitch does stuff. I think in my case, I only care about the bot account. So I kind of want to just copy paste all of this into a different file. Like we just save this as get YouTube tokens. All right, now what? So port 3005. And then you add some extra thing at the end of this. What is it? OAuth 2 callback. Oh wait, no, what am I doing? We just pull this from the the M file. Do I ever use this anywhere else, or am I using it just for this? Okay, the port I seem to use elsewhere. Now I'm only listening on this port. We could just find it with a regex though. And that way I just read the entire thing from the environment. Yeah, I don't see why not. Okay. Const redirect URI. So get this from the process. process M, we get it from here. And then these other ones are YouTube client ID and YouTube secret. Okay, so now delete all this. And where we originally searched for redirect URI, we're gonna have this be capitalized. Yeah, redirect URI. Why is it not finding that one? Oh, right, because it's doesn't have an underscore. Okay, I think that's all of that. Now the redirect port. The port we're gonna parse out of this thing. So I'll just tell it to do this, I guess. Extract the port from redirect URI into a variable by finding the number in it using a regex. Sure. Okay, so now instead of /d plus, we want :/d plus, and then slashes like that. I think that should be good. And then we need there to be a match. And if there is no match, we want to throw an error. So just get rid of this, I guess. And we don't want the 0th group. I think we want the first group. I'll just write a test for this. We're not going to just leave this all to chance. Cat's going bonkers. No overloads for this. Oh, because this has to be a number? Right. Okay, so const match equals that. Const redirect port equals match 1 or something. I will need to test this. And if match is undefined, then yeah, throw a new error. Can't find a port within it. Okay, now we just copy out this code into a new test file that we're gonna go save over in who knows what, test regex. Test regex. Is this engaging stream material or no? Everyone's like silent. When you're looking for jobs before, where and what did you look for in a job? Oh man. So where did I look? I had all those resources somewhere a long time ago. And I don't know if I have it over here still. Interview. Sites for technical prep. Did I put in sites for a job search? I don't know. Yeah, I had the sites a while ago. I don't know what I used exactly. What I was looking for in a job, I think I wanted it to be local or remote. I didn't want to have to move for it. I wanted to work with smart people. I wanted to at least somewhat believe in the company. And I think I had a certain expectation of salary. Then actually you can tell from all these questions that I asked people, like these are the things that mattered to me, I guess. So I'll just link this into chat. Doing a layoff soon and I'm being affected. Lowest man on the totem pole. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. Well, also just think of what matters to you, right? Like how much does pay matter? How much does job security matter? How much does your team matter to you? What about the technologies you use? How much impact do you want? I mean, this is all very personal stuff. And I think for everybody, there's some mix. It's not like anything is, oh, if I just had that one thing, I'll work at any job. But yeah, what is that mix for you? 8 years of experience currently, so reflecting and such on what I want. Yeah, and I think if you consider, you said you've been at your job for a year, so you've had minimally 2 jobs. Probably more than that, though. But think about what you liked and didn't like at past companies. Yeah, work-life balance was a big one for me. Like a huge one for me, actually. Okay, so in this case, we're just going to type in exactly what I had typed in over in the example file. Okay. So now just console.log json.stringify the entire match. Give me 1 second. Okay. There's a bunch of plastic rustling. And I look, and the cat is walking down the stairs with a plastic bag in her mouth. I should. Oh, oh, now she's in this room with a plastic bag in her mouth. What are you doing? Hi. Can I see that? She's got an IKEA bag in her mouth. We're just gonna put. It looked very funny. Hey, Matthew. Okay, so let's go test this out. Are you gonna jump up here? All right, so node main. Huh. It's actually not what I expected. I didn't expect it to be the 0th thing. I guess I need a capturing group, and I didn't do that. Oh, or we're only matching this part. I guess I want the capturing group for this. Ah, that's where I made my mistake. And let's actually type this in the right file now. All right, how's that work? Yeah, so now it just found the 5. So I meant to put the plus in there too. And now we want match 1, right? Yes, good, cool, we did it. Hooray. That's why we test the stuff. So now we just copy paste this over to here. We get match. We set this equal to match 1. We do this on the redirect URI. And we're done. And now it says redirect URI is possibly undefined. This is not something that should be possible because we should be checking up here if it's equal to undefined. Cool. There we go. Uh-oh, I hear bag rustling again. I wonder if she found another one somehow. I'm wondering where she's getting these from. I don't think she's going to hurt herself on these or anything, but yeah. Is she coming over here? Oh, yep. Good job, Abby. Good job. You found another bag from somewhere. I've never seen a cat do this. Just carry plastic bags around in their mouth. It's like she's hunted them and wanted to bring them to me. Okay, so the Twitch API returns something different from what the YouTube API returns. We probably have types in this library that I can use. And I just need to find where it is. Let's see. Import Google from Google APIs. It's not import. Cannot find Google APIs. Oh, because it's installed in a YouTube package? Oh my God. Oh boy. How about using the URL interface for getting the new port? For getting the port? Oh, interesting. Yeah, that would work. Yeah. URL HTTP localhost 3005/OAuth, whatever. Yeah. I think that's better than using a regex. So yeah, I'll give the gift to point to Liquidor. Now, if I don't have a port, what happens? It's just empty. Okay. Yeah, that's good. New URL, redirect URI.port. If port isn't there like an is empty in here? I know I can just do, oh, there it is. It is empty. Except for that's not a property on this. No, it doesn't. Okay, fine, whatever. If length equals 0, then throw a new error saying it's not defined. Cannot find port within it. Cool. Now, there is one other problem here, and that's that the port needs to be parsed. import number equals number.parseInt. Sounds good. She's got another bag in her mouth. My wife just bought a bunch of stuff from IKEA, and I'm guessing she did not put the bags in a secure place. Is she gonna come over here now? Abby. Abby? Hey, bring it to me. Oh man. Okay, now this part about, I think I'm just gonna say as string because I know it's defined at this point. Okay, so we can't import from here. I wonder how much of this I want to have in the YouTube package. And honestly, probably I want the whole thing to be over there. It seems my human wants these bags. How did you determine that I want the first one, though? Abby. Good girl. Flower. Do you want to be on the stream, Cat? Okay, well. She's now on the mat that I'm standing on. She does, I heard her. You heard the little meow? You've never seen Abby? Here is a picture of her. Oh, she's trying to get onto the chair so she can get her plastic bag. Yeah. She's a good cat. Half of my break time now is just petting the cat. Okay, so I think I'm going to move this into the YouTube package that I just made. I have this API thing here, but I think we're just gonna put a get tokens there. And the bots need the bots provide the environment variables. Looks like a real bag stealer. You got that for sure. What else do I want to do? Food, bathroom. Nah, just pet the cat. I mean, that is pretty much how my breaks go now. All right, so also I know my development speed has slowed down greatly since I started this. I feel like this is the kind of stuff that's kind of a slog. It's not a frustrating slog, it's a slog. So main over here is going to call into whatever function I have for this other stuff. We're just going to verify environment variables, and then we're going to do something like get YouTube tokens. Yeah. And all this other stuff, this code would be in the other file completely. In fact, let's just go save it there. Export star from / get tokens, get YouTube tokens. Yep. And then save that. And maybe we'll just call it get tokens here. Yeah. Okay, so paste all this stuff in and now delete the whole bunch of other things. So we don't need .env here. Get rid of this. Our code that we have, get tokens. And then we've got to drastically simplify all of this that we call. So save to database can still be here. It would not be in the tokens file. I need to go find where that went. There it is. Okay. So we don't need save to database here. We do need it here. Our main is just going to validate this stuff and then call get tokens. This should come from YouTube API. Yep, delete all this other stuff. We pass in the client ID, secret, and redirect URI. Sounds good. We don't need that as string anymore here because we'll know that it was defined correctly. And then pretty much all this other stuff can be deleted. Okay, so delete all of that. Delete this. We don't have this anymore. All right, I think we're getting there. Expected 3 arguments, expected 0 arguments, got 3, yeah. These are all going to be strings, I guess. Okay, can we convert these to, I'm going to try something. Convert to camel case. That is not camel case. Wait, what? The whole point of converting that. Huh. Okay. Well, whatever. Guess I'll just manually do it. KL. And then delete that. There we go. And then all of these are strings. Okay, so now we have the right number of arguments that we expected. This whole read choice stuff isn't needed anymore. And we're going to eventually need to call into this. Yeah. So what do we do with the choice here? We don't do anything. Okay. And this is where start server would be. All right, we're getting there. We don't need this. All right. Yeah, cool. So we call in get tokens. Over here, we make a URL. This stuff can be changed completely so that we just use this, I guess. And then say, go to the URL and log in on the bot account. You may want to use an incognito window. Yeah. All right, now the scopes that we need in this case, we're going to be the ones that this said we need. Yep. Okay, I hear another bag. I'll be right back. Give me a moment. Oh, my bad. I was muted. It's actually a good thing I was muted because there were a lot of bag sounds. But yeah, my wife left just a giant bag of bags in the kitchen. And I guess Abby kept pulling one after the other from it. All right, so client ID, client secret, and redirect URI. All right, so we got the scopes, we got the data that we need here. What is this? We need get refresh token. Yep. All right, and this is going to print out a URL. Now, the URL is going to try contacting this thing. The only way for this to work is if we pass in. Just want to make sure she's not around. Okay. The only way this will work is if we pass in the redirect URI to start server. Then we take in redirect URI as a string. All right, the rest of this, oh wait, no, we still need the client secret. Wait, how does this flow work? Cause this will redirect to something that gives me a code, but then I need to do something with a code, right? You know where that shirt is from? Looks good. I don't know where the shirt is from. Yeah. I will try to find out for you. Can't check while I'm streaming. Send me a DM on Discord if you really want to know, and I can see if it's on the tag or something. Once a user has given permissions on the consent page, it'll redirect to the redirect URL you provided, and we'll get a code. With a code return, you can ask for an access token. Oh my God. Oh, this is what Liquidor is saying about it. It's an API, of course, because we need to pass in the code. Yeah, and this is the rest of this. Yeah. I recognize this now. Hi, you found the bag? Do you want to come up here? Abby. Okay, fine. She's very interested in searching in bags now, and there's a trash can in here. And it looks like she wants to get into the trash can. Abby. Yeah, good girl. You want to come up to this now? Be on the stream? Abby? She's got her tongue sticking out here. I'm going to lower the desk for her. Yeah? Want to come up here? You little doofus with your tongue out. Okay, I don't think she wants to come over. That's fine. All right, well, fine. Let me just raise this again. That'd be kind of interesting. Wake up every day, new clothes on you all of a sudden. Make a game. Okay, what game should we make? Right now, 5 minutes. If you can tell me the game idea in exactly 497 characters, we'll make it in the next 5 minutes. I'm completely fabricating this, of course. Just like the game we're going to make. Okay, so then let's go do this. We get the code back. And then, sorry, that's not 497 characters. I guess we won't be making Pac-Man. Okay, so we get the code. It is a query parameter, right? Yes. But the path name is going to be OAuth. Actually, we don't care what the path name is. Well, we kind of do. OAuth callback. So it's not equal to undefined, and its type is string. Then we paste it into here. There. Yeah, now, cannot find OAuth to client. The message was bad. It was in spaces. Well, they got deleted. I can't exactly return from this. I need to give it a callback. Yeah, and the callback would go over to here. Okay. Callback. What am I making? I am trying to get my bot to work on YouTube as well. Liquidor, just for fun. Let's see. That is 370 characters. So a parameter callback is going to be a function that takes in I guess, a token. I don't know what token we're going to get, and doesn't do anything. Yeah. And then we have to pass this callback over to here. And I guess we'll say something like type token callback, or tokens received tokens callback. Sure. Now put this down here. Why'd it get whisker chase? What is on my clipboard? All right, and then the same thing with this callback is going to be of this type. And when we're done, we're gonna just call the callback with these tokens. So we don't need this stuff anymore. Yeah, raw access token, don't care about. Feeding the prompt to Copilot. Actually, that would be kind of cool if I was just like, fine, let's make the game, and just told Copilot to make it. Make a text-based game about ghosts. Guess anyone could do that though, huh? So start server on the redirect URI. All right, we're almost at the point where we can test this. We just don't have an OAuth 2 client. And this is where I'm supposed to get this. So I guess when we start the server, we should just start it all from here. Yeah, I guess what's the point of this anyway, huh? Yeah, we could make a git port on whatever. I'm just going to delete this function entirely. And we're going to just put it into here. Okay, now what are we missing? This... Oh, because URL already existed here? What URL did this talk about before I just did all this? URL.parse. Oh, URL is actually a library that we're taking in? Okay, so I just shouldn't call this URL. I should call it auth URL. Sort of like what I had before, auth URL. All right, now does everything work? Now everything works. I'm busy making Minecraft. That's what the today command's all about. My name's Notch, everybody. I think we're good. I think this should just work. Now all we need is a callback that actually takes this. I mean, the types are all going to be wrong. I guess I don't really care about that yet. Although, oh, we should get the types. That's why I imported this. I wanted to see, do we have a token type? Google.oauth2. Shouldn't we have something in here? Is it auth.oauth2? Auth.oauth2, yeah, that. Or maybe they even have a token type in here? No. Do they have it in this? Oh, come on. I just want to figure out how you get a token back. Where is get token, I guess? User refresh client? It's a string in this case? They must have something that returns the entirety of a token. Get token response. I guess that? What is that? Tokens, credentials. Okay. That's probably what I want. In quantum convergence, no space, players navigate a surreal, labyrinthine world where reality shifts based on quantum principles. Each level presents mind-bending challenges where players must manipulate quantum states to progress. This does not sound like a fun game. Well, all right. Now, was it done in 5 minutes? I don't know. All right. I am sitting down. I've been standing for the last hour and a half. Whoa. Like I said, though, this is going pretty well. I mean, it's quite boring, but it's going pretty well. And once all this is done, I should just have an API I can use. So I think it's get token response that we want. Actually, we could just check what's the return value of get token. That would have been a smarter way of doing this. Get token. Let's delete this. Yeah, get token response. Nice. So in here we have credentials, and in credentials, what's token type? Always has the value bearer. All right, and where do we import this from, I wonder? Let's just see if it knows. Oh, in fact, all we're getting are the tokens from these, and tokens are of type credentials. Is that correct? Yes. Now, what is res? Config, status, etc. I mean, we probably should be checking that. But yeah, credentials sounds fine. Callback tokens. Okay, so tokens takes in credentials. Tokens, credentials. Can we get that? No, we can't. How? I mean, there are other ways we could do this, and I know how we could do this. Because now Hideo had shown me how I can get the type of this correctly. But is there a way we can just get this? Because it looks like this is exported and it's an auth credentials, Google auth library. So maybe we can find that. Google.auth.credentials, is that a thing? No, can't find namespace Google though. I wonder why. Hi, Abby. Wanna come up? She looks like she wants to. Come on. Okay, fine. This part seems confusing to me. Let's delete these things and delete this. Yeah, I'm not sure why it says it can't find this namespace, because we have everything right here. In fact, do we have credentials? No, we don't. I'll probably do this a little bit differently then. Yeah, I don't see any of this here. And I could, no, yeah, whatever. All right, fine. Let's change this. So we want to get the return value of this and then only a particular part of it, I guess. OAuth 2 client. So what is OAuth 2 client? It's a Google Auth OAuth 2. So type credentials equals, I want something like this. So we want the return type, it's a little crazy, of however we got the OAuth 2 thing in the first place, this. Yeah, returns an OAuth 2 client. Cool. And then this thing has a get token. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so it's still saying the whole cannot find namespace thing. Why is that happening? I wonder if you can't do this within types. But then how did I do this over here? Yeah. I don't know what the problem is. What if we deleted all of this? No, it's not gonna work, huh? Import auth from Google APIs. There's a capital auth. Oh, yeah, thanks. Okay. Well, that saved me some time. Thanks, Liquidor. So we don't need any of this return type garbage. We can just do this directly. Auth.credentials. Hey, we got it. All right, cool. So this is going to be what has our tokens. And when we call into this, we need something that takes the tokens and just says we got the tokens, I guess. Console.log receive tokens. Yeah. All right, now I just got to make sure not to show this on screen. Let's get rid of this for now and then just put it to do save them to the database and fetch the channel ID and name. Oh man. All right, yeah, we can go try out this code. Well, sorry I can't show this, but engage privacy mode. I'm going to do this off screen. So let's go try running this. I will describe everything though, exactly how it tastes. I don't even know how to call this. How do we do this? Get tokens. P, NPM, TSX, get tokens, yeah. Get YouTube tokens. Okay, and now it says module not found. Wonderful. Why though? Source/get. Oh, I see. I'm running this from the wrong location. Did it work? Go to this URL and log on the bot account. Nice. Nice. I'm doing it. Sign in. Email address. Yep. Password. I don't know my password. Maybe I do know my password. Two-step verification. Use my phone. Yes, it's me. Your brother. Okay, now choose the account or brand account. I guess I want Adam Learns. Google hasn't verified this app. You've been given access to an app that's currently being tested. Oh, I guess I never need to release this from test mode, huh? Okay, now select what it can access. Continue. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? That is not a valid URL. This server is just listening for OAuth codes. What? But it got the code. Got an unexpected request. Get OAuth 2 callback. Code equals, and then the code, and then scope. And then what happened here? Hang on a second. What is a tiny little image? The image is actually my monitor. So if I go to a page that's all white, let's say, like about blank. Oh, wait, hang on. That wasn't about blank. About blank. There. See how it turned white? And if I type red into an image search, you'll see a lot of red showing up. So it's a way of being a little cheeky about this. Redirection is probably not matching the expected server endpoint. Yeah, I wonder if oh, it's OAuth 2 callback. I typed OAuth callback. Okay, yeah, my bad. Well, let's try that again. Okay, now I start this again. Oh, it worked. Okay, access token and refresh token. They printed out. Neat. Now I'm going to try this one more time, and I should not get the refresh token again. What happened this time? Invalid grant. Okay, I'll try one more time, and then I can exit privacy mode, I guess. All right, so Adam learns. Continue. Yeah, I'm getting a refresh token each time. I thought it said you only get it the first time. Is it the same? No, it's not the same. Okay, so now I got to make sure I don't ever show this. Let's see, there. It's deleted from the screen. Now let's leave privacy mode. Oh, wow. Well, this was quite a lot. I got the tokens. I need to put them in the database. And even then, all we've done is make it so that I can call into the APIs. But I'm running out of steam. Yeah. Yeah, there was something else I wanted to talk about earlier today. Let me fill out my journal really quickly. Whoops. What is going on? Why is this not working? There we go. All right, what did we do this morning? It was all YouTube stuff, right? And mentoring. And what happened this morning exactly? I think we just decided that I don't want to use that YouTube.js library. I think it was mostly that. Okay, so realize I couldn't use YouTube.js because it's a violation of the YouTube terms of service. I started writing my own API library in the afternoon. Yeah. Also did the third mentoring session for Kyle. Take care, Liquidor, and thanks for the help. Yeah. Auth tokens and secrets are things I need to watch more videos about. Do you have any questions that I can answer here? Now, did I get done with all the stuff I wanted to do? Let me see what I have here. Figure out which videos people want to see. Oh, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do tomorrow, because I've already been kind of mentioning this. Or Andre, thanks for subbing. How's it going? I think tomorrow is going to be a keyboard video. Now you might be asking, well, wait a second, did you already make a keyboard video? And yeah, that was about the keyboard journey though. That was what got me from the Microsoft keyboard to the GMMK Pro, to the Moonlander, to the Corn. But I want to do a video on just the Corn and talk about everything that went into that decision and how it works and everything. If there are any videos people want to see, definitely let me know. I want to add it to the list of videos I want to create, because I was just talking to my wife about this yesterday, but I have a video backlog that only has, I don't know, maybe like 4 kind of half-baked ideas. And at some point, if I'm going to be doing one video per week, I'm going to need to generate more ideas than I'm consuming. And I don't know if that's currently happening. And I've got some sort of fallback ideas, but I'd like to steer toward what people actually want to see. When and how do I implement refresh tokens, and how do most people rotate their secrets in their database? High level mostly. I see. Yeah. About refresh tokens. So the how to implement them, you're typically not going to implement them really. You're just going to save them somewhere. And then when you need to request an API, you would pass your access token and your refresh token. And if your access token is expired, it'll use your refresh token to get a new one. And I mean, that's about it. I guess you could expire your refresh tokens too and require a full login at some point. And as far as rotating secrets in their database, I guess that's maybe what you mean about the refresh token. Something to play around more with the Moonlander. You got your TRS cable though, right? Yeah, it was supposed to arrive that day. Yeah. Did I make it myself? Yeah, I did. Yeah. You make any videos on Godot? I think multiplayer stuff is what I'm most curious about. I haven't made new videos on Godot. I do want to make one on multiplayer stuff, but I haven't finished learning it myself. And so I definitely want that to be on the list of things. Make sure multiplayer Godot stuff is on the video list. I want to finish learning the content first, and then figure out what would be appropriate for a video. Yeah. Yeah, so the way the rest of this week is going to go, Jump Royale is visible source. It's not exactly open. It's not licensed for use. But yeah, the code is there. So this week is going to be, tomorrow is no streams, just making a YouTube video. Then Wednesday until question mark is going to be finish the YouTube bot. I imagine this will take 2 days. And then maybe Thursday afternoon would be another co-working stream, take number 3. And then if there's any other time, Friday, I think, is there a PR in Jump Royale right now? No. Anyway, if there is a PR, then Friday would be like Jump Royale PR day. But yeah, today's been intense. All right, let me go find somebody to raid. I appreciate those who stuck around. Like I said, I think this was just I don't know, a boring stream to watch probably, and a necessary one for me moving forward with the YouTube API. It's not boring. I appreciate that. Although anyone who would have stuck around to this point would probably feel that way, because otherwise why would you keep watching? I like the mentor moments. I like mentoring a lot. I think it's my, maybe not easy, it's my way of giving back. That's kind of how I look at this. Like, you all support the stream, and I think the mentoring is a good way of doing more than just entertaining. I recognize that a lot of what I do involves learning, and so will be educational, and I don't mind answering questions as I do things. But I think the mentoring is like a focused blast of that. Okay, so I'm gonna raid this person. I've never seen them before, and their stream title is just Cozy Dev Stream, and it looks like they're making their own like VTuber setup right now. So yeah, let's go take a look. For those who want to join Discord, here's the link. We're going to be doing some more things over the next probably month or two. And oh, by the way, one other thing I forgot to mention, I should definitely be advertising this more. I finally have code review signups now. So if you want me to review your code on stream, do sign up for that. And let me write this here somewhere. Make sure I'm advertising code review. But yeah, thank you all for watching. It's been a good day. I will see you on Wednesday. Goodbye.